Today's show is sponsored by Indie Film Hustle's Filmmaker Process. We provide filmmakers with professional services to get their films or series funded, finished, and distributed. For more information, go to filmmakerprocess.com.
I wrote The Revenant right after Vacancy came out. And
Really?
2000, yeah.
Oh, so that was a script that was hanging. That was an old script that he was hanging around then.
I wrote it. They wanted me to do a pitch on it. And the producers had the book, gave me the book. They wanted me to come out and do a pitch. And I'm just the worst at pitching. I just can't do it. I can't tell. I mean, I couldn't pitch you The Revenant now, and now that's done.
There's a bear. There's Leonardo DiCaprio. That's pretty much
like
it.
That. And I would stumble and say, well, the bear kills the guy. And then say, no, he's, it's like, so it is, for me, it's easier to write. So I wrote the spec, and I wrote it on spec. And then it just turned out really, I got lucky and it turned out pretty well. And so we started putting it together, and we were, God, it went through so many iterations. It was originally, I wrote it for Samuel L. Jackson. That's who was going to be Hugh Glass. And
Really?
I ran into Sam on another set and on another movie that I was working on. And I said, hey, do you remember that? Because he sent me this great email after he read the script. He was so excited to do it and stuff. And I asked him, you remember how we used to, we were supposed to do Revenant together. And of course he dropped into some of his, his MFers and, how that one didn't happen. But we went out with it with a different director. It didn't go. They wouldn't give us kind of the budget that was necessary. And so, God, there were so many iterations. We had several different directors. We had Christian Bale was on at one point, and with another director and everything. And then Leo saw a draft, and then we got Alejandro, and Alejandro came in, and then it kind of all started happening. And then so it was a really long process. And
that's something that a lot of people listening who don't know about the business don't understand, is that even if it's an indie or a big budget, it just takes forever.
Oh, yeah. And especially what I found was, especially with because I've done like three things, or written three things for Leo. And so the great thing is it's Leo, and whenever he's ready to make it, anybody will make it. The tricky thing is that everybody wants Leo in their movie, so he gets sent everything. And so you can write these things, but he's only going to make one every year or two. So you have such a small chance that you're going to be one of those ones, So it took a long time. Like, we were getting ready to go, and the financing to Wolf of Wall Street came. So they did that first. Mm-hmm. And then while that was happening, Alejandro got Birdman financing. So that kicked Revenant back a little bit further. And so it was you're just waiting for all these kind of things to align. And so it's tricky.
You got these kind of giant, solar galaxies kind of flowing around. So you got Leo is one galaxy, Alejandro's another galaxy, the project is another galaxy, and we're just trying to get everything to align properly, because if Alejandro's gone up there, and that's what people don't understand. Like, the second you get financing on something like Birdman, for God's sakes, that's not the most box office friendly film. It's like, I have to go, my friend. I have to go.
Yeah, exactly. No, it is a little bit like waiting for like this perfect kind of 3-planet eclipse, for everything to just kind of fall on, and it's really tough. And so, so you just jump on it, just be very grateful when it does happen.
So Alejandro comes on, and then Alejandro starts working with you on the script as well. He starts working with you in developing the script. The concept of The Revenant, it's awesome. It's based on a true story. The visuals are amazing. Leo's amazing. The movie's remarkable. But that's a tough pitch. I'd imagine that's not an easy studio project in today's world.
No, and that's why I didn't want to. I didn't see any way I could pitch it. It was because when I was writing it, because it was like, there's going to be I'm going to write 30 pages where nobody says a word, and it's going to be really quiet, and our leading man is going to just get mangled, so he's going to look rough for most of the movie, all these different things, it's going to be expensive and out in the cold, and we need to shoot it, outdoors. There are no stages, and so I knew that was going to be really tough, and it wouldn't have gotten made without like a Leo. It just wouldn't have.
No, of course. To watch the rest of this interview, head over to bulletproofscreenwriting.tv.